Mwah. Do you like our shields?
Can they hear you?
Yeah. I don't know. Can you guys hear me?
We won't know till later.
Well,
welcome to
Raw Babes
101.
So we did say on a future episode, no, previous.
Okay.
Thank you.
I hit my shield.
Oh my god. We said on previous, this is going to sound super echoey to our peeps. Sorry guys in advance, but I can really hear myself. Can you really hear yourself?
I know I definitely sound louder.
Okay, so we said on a previous episode that you were talking about face masks, and then you said
we need to wear
the shields.
The shield.
And I was like, you asked if I would do it with you, and I'm like, yes. So Tiffany came over today, and we just were like freaking out because we haven't seen each other for fucking 2 weeks.
Yeah, we didn't record last week because Tiff pulled her back.
Neck.
Well, it was like neck and back. It was like
my neck, my back, lick my crack, my neck, my back. I'm not gonna say the other part.
All right.
So she shows up, and I got these.
I keep hitting it.
I know, we're gonna take it off. It's not gonna last very long.
But you know what I love about these is that everybody's gonna see this smile.
This
like,
is the best.
I think it's just super creepy with everybody with their masks covering their mouth because I'm sorry, I can't tell if people are smiling. And I can almost be sure that they're not smiling and they're just creepily staring at you.
Good point, Tiffany, because I'm at the gym today and Chrissy and I are working out. And she always like smiles at people and whatever, and like people are walking towards us and we're like, I'm smiling under my mask, but I'm like, these people have no idea that I'm smiling under my mask, and I have no idea what they're doing under their mask.
No, you gotta,
and
it should be one out of three things.
Okay, let's learn. Hey, let's learn.
One, it should go,
oh. Okay.
Two.
Okay.
Three.
Okay. So now, when I see people, I'm gonna be like, oh my goodness, or a wink, or a nod, or I go like this. That would be you. You know what I'm coming.
Team America. It's probably one of the racist films I've ever seen.
Oh my
gosh. But when they're trying to get each other's attention, it's like,
hi, look at me. That's pretty much me, anyways. When I see my friends. As you know.
Okay, this shit's giving me a headache.
I'm done.
God.
You guys, we only did it for you.
Okay,
good it does.
But there's something like with like even shitty sunglasses. When I'm looking through them, I feel like a bulge in my eye and it goes behind my ear and
it's not fun.
That didn't feel good.
I have a question for you.
Shoot.
I was getting ready and doing my makeup. And then I was like, I want to ask about this.
Ooh.
Actually, yeah. Okay. So, if you're late, okay, you've just woken up in the morning.
Yeah.
And you have to go and you have to be there now. So you can't do a thing. And you're in your bed and you're in your pajamas.
Yeah.
What's the one thing you do before you jump in your car?
When I jump in my car?
Or
before I jump in my car?
Yeah. Like, you have no time.
That's really shitty.
There's nothing you can do. What are you doing? What's the one thing?
When I'm getting in my car?
When you jump out of bed, you have one thing you can do before you're out the door.
Okay, I get to do one thing?
You get to do one thing.
Okay, I'd like to take a shit. Please.
Oh my God.
Because once I start moving, once I get out of bed, it's moving. And it's time.
So that's your one thing. So it's
because I've gotten up and not been quite ready to release. And I've had to take the kids to school. And I'm like literally sweating on my way home because I'm like, and does It's not very
so
comfortable.
you were gonna pull a Kristen?
I know. I thought about having a pee bucket, but a poop bucket, I think we're pushing it.
Oh, I was talking about just in your pants at the superstore.
Oh, well.
Oh my god, why do we always
I actually have holes in my seats.
Oh my gosh. Why?
I don't know. It's a Honda Pilot. Why do they do that? I'm not sure.
Maybe in case you go into labor.
So dumb because like crumbs and stuff get stuck in the little holes and
you can't get it out.
Yeah, with a toothpick. I'm not gonna scrape toothpick poop out of my seats.
No. Nobody's gonna know.
No one's gonna know.
So my choice is brushing my teeth. So when I'm up and I was thinking about it when I was getting ready, I was like, if I have to do one thing, I gotta get there right now. Because I was brushing my teeth when I was thinking about this. And I was like, I'm brushing my teeth. You know how good it feels? Like, you know, you guys all listening, when you brush your teeth, doesn't that feel so good?
It is like as good as a shower. Yeah. But the shower doesn't feel complete unless I brush my teeth in the shower.
Oh my god, I'm glad you said that. Are you kidding me? That's what happened.
I brush my teeth in the shower.
I washed off my body before Tiffany was coming. And then I was like, okay, getting ready. And then I was like, oh, it just doesn't feel complete. Brush the teeth.
You know, it's funny you said that because I felt a bit, my mouth felt a bit fuzzy.
Yeah.
Like, and I was getting ready. Yeah, peachy. And I'm driving here and I fucking forgot to take care of that shit. So in the car, I have floss in my car, the stick.
Yeah.
The stick, and so the floss is on one side of the stick and the other side of the stick is like a poker. So I kind of use the poker to kind of
clean,
scrape and the fuzziness.
Good idea.
I don't know.
Good.
It seemed to work. It
Okay.
worked on Willow. Anybody watch that?
No.
Val Kilmer. He's the younger days. He's hot as shit.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
So we do have a purpose to this episode.
We do?
We have a purpose. We have an agenda.
We have an agenda.
We have an agenda. But before we get to this agenda and what we wanted to talk about. Oh, good.
Not just a pretty face here.
Okay, this is a fun fact that's actually not even fun. I just want everybody to do it. Okay?
Okay. What am I doing?
Everybody go, all you women, don't use tampons anymore that have fragrance or
How do you know it's fragrance?
Oh, are you kidding me? Carcinogenics and chemicals that are in them, because this is something that's just come out of the woodworks, because this is part of 2021. All of the dark coming to light. Woo-hoo. So, at Walmart, they sell organic cotton tampons. If you guys want to go and see the other name brand tampons, you will see the ingredients of what is in there. We do not need carcinogenics that are cancer-causing ingredients inside your vagina that is letting off any sort of chemical, especially down there. Cancers, ovarian, fertility issues, big problem. So please be mindful. You have to think about it, even bacteria, all the different things. So
I'm full of candida. Mix that with a tampon in for too long. You're not feeling so good.
Exactly. Crazy, right, Tev?
Can I have a story?
You can have the story
time.
100%. Go.
Oh, okay. So last week I had my period.
Okay. I have it now.
Do you? Okay. I bet you if we saw each other last week, we probably would.
Actually, you fucked it up because I had to get Eleanor to come over to give me a reflexology treatment
because you weren't getting it.
I wasn't getting it. Oh my gosh! See?
Oh, that makes sense.
So much sense. Okay.
Okay. So what was happening was, so I got my period. The next day, we were going to go to Stave Lake.
Okay. Stave
Lake, if anybody that's listening that's not from here, is like kind of more or less in our backyard. Really, it's only 15-20 minutes away from where we live, but you get no cell reception, and is the most badass 4x4ing you could do, and it's literally open to the public. We've been going literally since we were kids. It's been there forever. But in the summer, the water rises, and you can't 4x4 where we call the flats. Anyways.
Okay, which I recently just went when you invited me there, and I understand what the flats are now.
Yes, so those are the flats, and there's
which normally becomes just like the lake.
It is part of the lake,
okay.
Yeah, but there's a dam, and so the dam doesn't get let go until a certain time of May, which is coming up. So anyways, the point of my story is I was driving to Stave Lake, and I forgot my fucking tampon. And I'm like,
oh.
I was so on the ball with everything else, and I forgot to plug myself. I'm like, shit.
Oh my god.
So I'm on the way to Stave. I'm already past all stores that would have sold anything to do with that. So my good old buddy Cartney moved towards Stave, and I kind of like randomly called her, and I was literally like 5 minutes away from her house, and I said, hey, help me
using resources, girl.
Yeah. And she's like, Tiff, you're hilarious. She's like, why are you not using the Diva Cup? And I was like,
you don't know about the Diva Cup?
I do know about the Diva Cup. Now, the Diva Cup kind of caused me problems, maybe because my box is short. I'm not sure.
There's also, they have 2 different sizes, right?
That they didn't before.
Right.
When they first came out. And then there was also like these O-rings.
Okay.
And so the O-rings were good for a little while until one day I couldn't get it to work. Okay. And I had to go to work. So it didn't work. Fucking use a tampon.
Right.
Then later down the road, years down the road, I used the Diva Cup. My box is too short. It was like, I could feel
Very
it.
Uncomfortable.
It's just super uncomfortable. So I just kind of went back to tampons. And honestly, it was about 2 periods ago. And all of a sudden, I felt sick.
She got toxic shock syndrome. And
I felt
sick. The same thing as me.
Yeah. And honestly, like, I usually can have it in for, like 4 to 6 hours. And that day was just not the day. And I fucking felt so sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to pull it out right away.
Good.
And
I'm glad we're talking about this because this happened to me. I was very young. So I haven't been able to use tampons since I was in high school.
Oh my
because
God.
I got toxic shock to the point that I was on the toilet, on the ground, throwing up, ready to go to the hospital. Toxic shock syndrome is not something that you mess around with. And just so everyone knows, there's so many things that are in the tampon our body just can't handle. And when it's right inside of the vagina, all of that's like the most porous place for toxins and things to be absorbed. Our body can't handle that.
I heard of teenagers soaking tampons in vodka and then inserting them.
Recent, like you've heard?
Yeah. Well, I mean, this was like a few years ago that
I've never heard
and
that.
I have not. It's been ingrained in my brain.
That's kind of freaky.
Is that freaky or what?
Yeah, that is scary.
Yeah.
I hope you all are doing that.
Holy
crap! Well, it makes sense.
Well, they would get.
Don't try this. Don't try this at home. So back to the toxic shock. This is great that you shared that. Ever since then, I've actually never used the tampon because I can't. I literally can't. So
are you sure you can't? Have you just, sometimes you could just try?
No, I had another. I remember I was at a hair show. I was downtown doing my thing. I had no other option. In the bathroom, done. Had to take it out, but it's too late.
How long did it take?
A few hours.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's not good.
That is not good.
So,
because that feeling is awful.
It is awful.
Feels like the most extreme hangover, extreme morning sickness. Yeah, it's bad.
I had like cramping and pain. I couldn't even function. Sick. So, guys, please go out and just change your tampons. Like, you think that the ones. This is a thing. Is we're not thinking. We're just doing. And you're like, oh, of course this is going to be made for us. It's not bad for us. Why would somebody make something that...
I'm pretty sure a man developed the tampon.
Really?
Yeah.
We should have to look into that. Mm-hmm. This is the thing, though. Just get the organic one. They're very cheap. You can get them at Roots. You can get them at Walmart. It's a nice big pack. Please, just avoid all the other ones.
I wish I knew we were talking about this because there is stats on how tampons affect the ecosystem and You can't even, like, you're not even supposed to flush not the applicator, but the actual tampon.
The actual cotton.
The actual cotton. You're not even supposed to flush that, which is fucking gross. Mm-hmm. And it's just...
It's brutal.
It is. And so what that's doing to the, our
environment.
The environment. So the Diva Cup or something rather like that that's
much better.
Yeah, it's better for everybody.
Yeah, my friend uses the Diva Cup. I ended up buying the Diva Cup. I had to get the petite as well, but it's just something that I had more cramping and more pain. So I just
had more cramping and pain with it?
Because I don't use tampons, I don't use anything. My body's just used to releasing it. It's like I just do a pad.
She's like, nothing goes in, it only comes out.
Oh my god. Well, maybe currently.
Oh.
So the thing is, it is meant to come out. So people that use, hey, I'd like you all to experiment with this. Use a pad for a couple of times. I get a period. No, it's not, because I get my period for 2 days and it's gone.
Oh, well, lucky you.
But it's because it's just, you're not stopping anything.
No.
You're just letting it do its natural process.
It's true.
So try it and just see the difference. I don't have another choice.
Right.
Right? And I'm okay with it. I'm used to it.
It's really
we were not supposed to be talking about this.
Taking a hold of something that you don't have control over.
Control over.
We have no control over the fact that we get our period or not.
Yes.
And so what do? We just accept it.
Surrender. So, did we just do a segue into our actual topic?
Yes.
I had 2 more things to say, but we're going by so fast. We've been off topic. Just what we do the best.
Okay, say your 2 things, girlfriend.
I just wanted to say to rest in peace to all of my hair elastics. Where do those things go? Where do they go?
Are they like socks?
What the fuck?
I love that you've brought this up because I was thinking about that, all my hair elastics recently. I had a fucking huge pack of them.
You get
black ones.
Yeah, you get so many.
Like 50.
Yeah.
And I don't know where they went. And I take care of my hair elastics,
yes,
guys.
I love my hair elastics, so I take care of mine as well.
Yeah, they're gone.
And bobby pins, same thing.
Yeah, I take care of my bobby lip.
I always take it out and put it back in the drawer.
Yep.
One more thing I was thinking of. I wonder if anybody else does this. So, when you're looking for something, today I was looking for a couple of brushes to do my makeup.
Okay.
And I was looking for it, I can't find it. Do you know who I'm trying to blame in my head of who could have taken it?
Cassius?
Who could have fucking taken it? I live by myself. My son's not taking my fucking makeup brushes. But why is in my head, I'm going over, maybe somebody moved it, or, you know what I mean? It's do you ever look for shit and think somebody else has taken it or moved it, or your kid took your phone, or something like that?
All the time.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing.
And then how many times do we blame another person, but it's actually just our own doing? Or then we find it.
Yeah, see, I have 3 other people in my household I can blame, plus 2 dogs. So that's a lot of interviewing and dissecting before I get wrongfully, the finger gets repointed to me.
Yes, remember the fingers pointing back?
Yeah.
But it was...
First thing I do before anything happens when I'm looking for something, I check my hands. And then I check my hair. And then I check my pockets, make sure it's not on me. And then wherever I'm standing, I make sure I lift everything up. And then if I still can't find it, then I start cleaning. Because I know once I start cleaning, it might just show up somewhere.
Yeah, true.
Not like my credit card, though.
Oh, shit. Hey, RIP to your credit card and RIP to my debit card. Lost it at Costco. Fell out of my pocket.
Oh.
So, good thing we just call up and cancel.
Well, one time I thought I just left my ID somewhere at home, and I get a phone call. My ID, bank card, and care card were together behind a dumpster.
Oh.
Somebody...
What were you doing behind the dumpster?
I wasn't behind the dumpster.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened, but somebody found it.
Got it back, so they took the goods.
Yeah, I don't even think I had goods. I don't even know what I was missing. I didn't even know I was missing my cards.
Nobody's gonna know.
No one's gonna know.
No one's gonna know.
Are you sure? No one's gonna know.
Maybe. Obviously, because you got it back.
I did. I got it.
That's
back.
great.
Yeah. Dick in a box.
Always. Okay. So 2 things I wanted to share because Tiffany and I absolutely love Gabby
Bernstein.
She is such a spiritual, cool, amazing being, and she posted something on her story, and it just kept on like replaying in my mind. So I'm like, I'm sharing this because it's perfect. It's about the universe, okay? The universe has a better plan than you do. Period. Okay? Take your hands off the wheel. Stop trying to control the universe and let the universe show you what to do. And it was resonating with me big time because I was like, that makes so much fucking sense. Like, you know how many times we try to control a situation or we want something to pan out the way that we want it to work out and then it doesn't and we set ourselves up for disappointment. It's like, why not live life, take your hands off the wheel, surrender, and just let it flow? Because, remember everyone, we fucking signed up to be here. We already made a plan. We've already planned this shit. So why are we fighting with the plan that we've already created for ourselves?
What are you talking about? What plan?
Well, before you come here on this earth, you fucking plan out your life. You plan out certain interactions with people, certain situations, traumas, things that you think when you're going through, you're like, I would have never, ever signed up for this. Or people are like, I would have never signed up to have parents like that. Or I would have never signed up to go through this experience. Well, I'm here to tell you we did.
You just forgot.
You just forgot.
Now, we need some of those memory pills.
Right?
Yeah.
To go,
oh yeah.
I did.
Oh.
If you guys, I'm sure everybody that's been following us and listening to all the different things we've talked about, we've said a lot of this about how we've made the plan to come be here and to learn through experience and life lessons. And the ultimate goal at the end of the day is to just learn and to surrender and freaking be love and spread love and teach other people how to do this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So back to Gabby, this is pretty much what she does, is she's a leader and she spreads so much love to help people through different issues and different things and different ailments that they're having problems with. So Tiffany and I decided that we wanted to do an episode on how to learn the art of surrender and letting go of control.
Boom, boom!
Boykasha!
Boykasha!
So I found this pretty cool article. Article? Are we calling it an article? It's more of a document, let's say. This woman is Amy Jonson.
There's a lot of pages there.
There's a lot of pages, and we don't have to go through all of them, but some wicked information on, hey, it's like, how do we surrender, guys? How do we learn how to do it? What is surrendering? How the fuck do I stop trying to be this controlling person and always end up upset or completely not in the driver's seat when you're just trying to control?
It's kind of scary.
Yeah.
It's scary to let go of that wheel, but I'm telling you, it's very freeing. I've done it. Freeing. I did it a long time ago. Like, I learned this a long time ago. Long time ago. And, yeah, so I feel like a lot of these things, it comes by so naturally for me now. Yeah. So when things come up that are not in my control, I'm just like...
You're like, oh, well.
Let's just see what happens.
Yeah. It's kind of whole let it surprise you.
Yeah.
And it's like, there's an example in here about, I'm going to use an example. Actually, I might as well say it now.
Okay.
So when you're trying to control a situation and you want to pre-plan, you and I were talking about this earlier, when you're like trying to, let's just say you're going to have a party and you're pre-planning the whole events from start to finish, and you want everything to pan out the way that you want it to go. So it's like, you want this to happen, so you're just controlling the whole show.
Can we use a wedding as an example?
Sure. Why don't you use an example of the wedding?
Well, because doing makeup for so many years,
No,
I've
perfect.
done so many fucking weddings.
Do you have an example of one or no?
Many.
Okay.
Fucking many. Like brides upon brides.
Where they're just set up for disappointment.
Well, the thing is I'm always seeing them at the very end before they can just relax. Mm-hmm. Before that they can just see everything unfold what they planned. And a lot of the times their stories are going not as planned, and I can see the frustration in these brides in my chair.
Anxiety,
yes.
Energy.
So I know alcohol's not the answer to everything, but I always encourage my brides to just have a glass of wine or champagne.
Or
just
a mimosa or something.
A mimosa or samosa. Not mimosa? No, it's mimosa.
Yeah. Hold on. Tiff, do you want a samosa? It's a nice, curry, delicious, spicy treat.
No, I want a mimosa.
Delicious. Yeah, okay.
So,
but that was still a fun thing. I love when you do these things.
I just get things mixed up.
It's okay. Let me just put my shield back on.
It's a dick in a box.
It's a dick in a box.
But like, so I've had to have conversations with brides on this very topic. It's like, you are here now. You've done all the work. Just let it happen.
And
don't
be present.
Yeah, and that's right. Be present for what's about to
unfold in front of your magical, beautiful unicorn eyes with the love of your life.
Wow, that's exactly what I was gonna say.
I knew. I know. Remember, we pre-planned this. Not
true.
True. That's why it unfolds so naturally. Did we know we were going to say about the tampon thing? No, it just worked out.
It worked out.
It's always a segue. In the right freaking direction. So, back to the whole trying to control, like a wedding, trying to control a party. This analogy is best. So, I know a lot of mamas out there will resonate with this. For an example, I wonder if my baby is going to get a proper nap when we travel. And if not, just how crabby she might be. I think through her travel and napping patterns, attempting to figure out exactly what we're up against, as if her sleep is something I can control. So this is an example. Imagine going to Hawaii. You're going to board that plane. You're trying to think as a mother, you're pre-planning the future that doesn't even exist yet. You're not even in that present moment yet, and you're already trying to control what is going to happen, as if you can control the sleep pattern of your child. How freakishly out of control is that going to leave you when your child decides to not nap on the plane? That is going to set yourself up for like, oh my gosh.
That's happened to me.
Right?
Yes. Charlie she would not sleep when we traveled. And we were taking a plane, and I was really nervous about it because she was really fussy just all the time. She just wanted to move. Like she just had her way, and she didn't have her way. It was just like a fucking everybody paid for it kind of thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, so the gravel didn't work.
Wow. And that's the thing. You pre-planned for something to work, and it didn't. It probably did the opposite.
Yes.
And now you're left up with like, holy shit, you're out of control. So,
which does definitely leave you feeling more anxiety, more fear-based feelings, which is extremely uncomfortable. Yes. Rather than just finding the humor in it and just going, there's nothing I can do.
No, how can you control your child? You can't control your child.
So no go.
Exactly. So I'm going to read a couple of things here, and Tiff and I will go back and forth on this because we all need to just take a few of these tips and apply them to our life.
Tiffany's.
A Tiffany. Okay, so you must learn to let go, release the stress. You were never in control anyways. That's like a... Okay, so I've noticed that things go much more smoothly when I give up control, when I allow them to happen instead of making them happen. If you are a bit of a control freak, I often use perfectly good energy, trying to plan, predict, and prevent things that I cannot possibly plan, predict, or prevent. How insane does it sound? You're trying to plan, predict the future, but you could never plan, predict the future. You can be prepared for circumstances, situations to unfold and happen, but you can't predict it.
I think it's having a goal.
It's a great planning. Yes. I love having a goal.
Yeah, goals and then planning for the goal and then let it go. Let it go. Let the universe take care of it.
Totally. Okay, so like most humans I know, I spend a lot of time in business that's not mine. The baby's business, my friend's business, Mother Nature's business. And this woman, she's a recovering control freak, she calls herself, which is so cute. She's like, there are 3 things I know for sure about trying to control things. 1, we try to control things because of what we think will happen if we don't. In other words, control is rooted in fear. Exactly like what Tiffany just said.
Yeah.
You can read number 2.
Control is a result of being attached to a specific outcome. An outcome we're sure is best for us, as if we always know what's best. When we trust that we're okay no matter what circumstances come our way, we don't need to micromanage the universe. We let go. And we open ourselves to all sorts of wonderful possibilities that aren't there when we were attached to that one right path.
That is so beautiful because I always go back to this point. Tiffany and I, even when we got the podcast going and we said it came up as a show, I was very strong on, I'm like, this is a mistake. Like, this isn't what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be that we're a podcast. Like, that wasn't part of the plan. But guess what? It was part of the plan.
Yeah, because it's one thing when we saw it as maybe an error in our eyes, and we tried to fix it.
Right.
And we couldn't fix it. I had no idea how to put it back. And it wasn't just a podcast. It was fucked. I didn't get it.
There was no option to do it.
There was zero option.
It was what was the plan, and because we didn't at that time know we were going to do YouTube, and it worked out perfectly. So it's part of letting go of that control and going, it's just meant to be. Like, why even spend 5, 10 a week on something that's not going to fucking matter in a year?
Exactly.
I always say that.
That's a good one.
Yeah, if this isn't going to matter in a year, this could even be a situation with your child or with your husband or anything like that. Go, if this won't matter in a year, is this worth losing sleep over?
Right.
Probably not.
That's a hell no.
Hell no.
Hell's a no.
Let me put my glasses on for this one.
Are you sure you got the right ones on?
Yes, and they're not even clean. Okay, number 3. The energy of surrender accomplishes much more than the energy of control. It's beautiful. It's so cool sitting back and being the observer of everything going on rather than the player in the front row going, I got this. This is going to happen. This is going to happen. This is next. I'm going to control this. My kid's going to do this next. No. Life happens. Sit back. Enjoy the ride. Have a sip of tea. Like, come on.
I think it's almost like having children, for me, is what brought me to that space. It's like...
I agree.
I had, like, my husband and I had such a perfect idea on how we were going to raise our children.
Fuck.
We even talked about how our kids were never going to have candy and only vegetables. And
all the other parents that you're like, how could they even allow for their kid? Because I'm in control of what my kid...
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes. And having the kids grow and realizing, well, I noticed after a certain age, there was zero, I could say, like, there was no...
There's no control.
There was not even a compromise. Like, it was just that, I'm like, I had to surrender. I'm like, how about when having the kids and I was already total fucking clean freak.
Yeah.
And then I had my kids.
Mm-hmm. You had to learn.
I had to let it go. Like, I was obsessed with having everything clean, everything put away. With little children, it's so hard. I mean, I don't know. It just looked like my house had a bomb hit it every so often. There was just nothing I could do about it. So now, laundry I have no control over, to a point. Dishes, same thing. They're both going to be happening no matter what. Mm-hmm. Am I going to fucking lose my shirt over it?
No.
I'm not, because there's just so much more happening around
and
all that.
And there's more important things, because you know what? Your house is lived in, and dishes are going to be out.
They're going to be there when I get back.
You're living in your house. Yeah. And and it's like, this is one of those things that's not going to matter in a year. Probably.
No. You're right.
Yeah. It's 100%. Not going to matter. And it's like, if that laundry doesn't get done or whatever, we put our own expectations on ourselves. We're trying to control it all to happen. Yeah. And then we are the ones that end up feeling like this. And let us know, guys, if you resonate with what I'm about to say. Woo! So the energy of surrender accomplishes much more than the energy of control, which I already said. I suspect it's slightly different for everyone, but here's what control mode feels like. Vision gets very narrow and very focused. My breath is shallow. The adrenaline is pumping. My heart rate increases. My mind shifts from topic to topic and from past to future very quickly. And I have little concentration, poor memory, and almost no present moment awareness. This one's huge because I was so focused, I remember one day, and I'm focused on juicing my dishes, cleaning up after myself, and then I was just so focused on getting each task done, I remember glancing over at my son, and he brought me to the present moment. I was in, what does she call it? It's so awesome. Control mode. So I was in control mode. Okay. And he brought me back on such a next level. I was thinking of what I had to do next, just like she's saying, for the future, for the past. I'm all over, and I just looked at this precious little face, and I'm like, nothing else matters. Oh. What else? I looked at him, and I'm like, what the heck? Drop it, play with him. Yeah, do something now. Right. And he didn't even know, but he brought me to the now of who cares? This shit's gonna be here still. And I was just it gave me that amazing feeling in my heart of, what was I caught up in? Right. So she gives some good tips of some things that you can do to not go there, because we can get caught up and get lost in the moments and in the control. It is true. And I think, I don't know if anything, so it's just on my mind, I'm just going to say it. This can also happen even when we get, on the other side of the spectrum, when we're not getting things done. And I don't know if it's, trying to control things, or maybe just having maybe more control over yourself, saying, I can just sit here and I can just do nothing. And I could just be on my phone and let the phone control my attention, because I'm not going to take responsibility for anything else. Good point. Because if you're not having some sort of control, because we have control on ourselves, but if we don't take responsibility
responsibility to some of the things that we should be doing, then that is a fucking whole other conversation.
That is.
I just had to pop that in there.
No, I love that.
Yeah.
And that is a whole other conversation.
It is
but
another conversation.
It's a great point because that's another thing of getting caught in and getting lost into your phone. And then you think of all these things that you have to do, and then you have all this anxiety going on. Like, I've just spent and lost 30 minutes into something that's not going to give
30? You get lost for only 30?
No, but it could be however long.
Yeah.
And then you go, oh my gosh, I spent this time into something that's giving me nothing back versus
something that could have helped you at the end of your day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But then what I always say is, it's already done.
Yeah.
And it's already over. Chalk that up as a learning experience and schedule in your social media time. Schedule in maybe there's that time where you do want to just veg out and lose your mind into social media. That's okay too.
Right.
You're allowed to do those things. It's not a bad thing. It's just you got to be mindful.
And being mindful, I think, is extremely important because I think being in control and the feeling of disappointment can be addictive.
Yeah.
Can be just as addictive as having to be on your phone all the time and looking at your phone. Yeah. So being mindful, taking responsibility, and
and owning it.
And own it. Yeah. Like I've done both. Yeah. And
I think we all have.
Yeah. And now I feel so much more structured now that I've
found a bit of balance.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've had like such a really cool breakthrough with Lisa.
Oh.
Last
yesterday.
Session. Well, yesterday we definitely talked more about it, but it was just
everybody wants to know. They're like,
yeah. Okay, so my self-worth in certain things was lagging, which then made it so that I couldn't stay focused on my tasks because my self-worth was so low.
Yeah.
So my self-worth was things that would sound like I'm not smart enough, I'm not good enough, why even bother to try?
Yes.
Right?
Isn't this interesting?
It's a fucking psychedelic whirlwind.
Because I had Lisa today.
Yeah.
And value came up for me about not valuing myself and my time and my worth and the tools that I offer others and just handing out all these amazing...
Right.
Because I love to raise people up, but then not understanding what my value is. So it's a very similar thing that you talked about.
Yeah.
Because it revolved back down to not good enough.
Mm-hmm.
Because thinking that I wouldn't be good enough to charge for that service.
Yeah. Right?
So then we would just play this game of playing small and not putting ourselves out there. And majority of you listening, I know can resonate with that because you go... This is another example with my dance. I'm doing the dance and it's a brand new type of thing that I haven't done for so long. And it was quick and it's hard. I'm loving it. But this self-doubt wanted to come in and say, well, you don't have to go next week because I didn't know all the steps perfectly. So then it was like, oh, well then I'm not good enough to keep going.
And so that's deep-rooted. See, you've learned enough tools to be able to step back and take a look at that.
Yes.
Where most people, like,
would
just self-sabotage.
Yeah, and say, I'm not even, they wouldn't have even signed up because of, they've already predicted. And it was crazy because I wrote this down that I wanted to share with Lisa. And it's like, how can you be perfect in advance? How could I know how to fucking dance the routine in advance? I have to learn it first. Yeah. And it's like, I laughed. And then my thing was, well, what's the point if it's not perfect? And this was deep-rooted childhood stuff. And me now, like, I know this. I'm like, I keep showing up. I keep practicing and I keep doing it because I love it. And who cares at the end of the day? We're going to do a performance and that's what it's about.
Yes.
It's not about anything else.
I think it's a lot more powerful when I see someone do it versus someone admit the faults as like saying, hey, this is my first time, I've never done this before, and giving it all I got, versus somebody just pretending to know how.
Oh, like just saying, oh, I got this, and like just like you just it's more admirable if you just call it out, like, hey, this I'm just going on a limb.
I'm the one that just pretends that I know how to do everything. Yes, because my self-worth was so low that I didn't want to what's the word? Admit the fault, because I already felt shitty about myself.
Right, so you wanted to put up a front.
Yeah, it made me, if I admit my faults, I would feel lesser as a person even more.
And then you probably wouldn't even put yourself in that situation over there being like...
No, I think I would, because I am used to putting myself in uncomfortable situations, but I would pretend that I knew how to do it. That I was already good at it.
And I would have been on the other shoe, is I wouldn't do it. So back in the day, auditions and stuff, I'm like, I've already pre-thought of the future, because I've already done the audition in my mind. I already know how it went. I already avoided feeling that feeling, so I just didn't go.
Oh.
How the fuck do you operate in life like that?
Guys.
Right? So we are very
Look how much you missed out on.
Exactly.
I mean, obviously that was meant to happen.
Exactly.
You had to learn those lessons, but you missed out on so many
opportunities.
Yes.
And it's like, with Tiffany and my experience that we're sharing with you all, I'm sure you both can resonate with both feet, because it's like Tiffany would just show up and then she would do it and then not be like, hey.
I'd go home and beat myself up over it.
Exactly. And then I'm the one here being like, even though inside I could have probably done it and really done a great job, but I just told myself that I can't.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
So we're going deep, guys.
Oh, we're going deep.
We're going deep.
Okay, so back to the paper. Okay, so we went through number 3. My mind shifted. Okay, so I've already shared that about our mind shifting from topic to topic, from the past to the future very quickly, and then you have little concentration, poor memory, and almost no present moment awareness. In surrender mode, and I'm loving her language. I love how she has control mode versus surrender mode, because this could also prompt all of you amazing people to think about the moment and go, okay, am I in control right now, control mode, or am I in surrender mode? And it's going to be able to prompt you to get out of it. When you become aware of the mode you're in, that's the first opportunity to change it, because you're like, oh, I'm doing it again. Awareness is everything. Okay, so in surrender mode, I'm calm, peaceful, breathing deeply, present in the moment. I see clearly, and my vision extends out around me, allowing me to literally see the bigger picture. So another way to understand surrender mode versus control mode, how are you feeling? If you're uptight, how many women, like you said, are at their wedding? This is supposed to be this amazing day, and
that they've been planning for months,
and then they don't even remember it, or we're so in emotion and anxiety that it's just basically wasn't even that enjoyable. I've always said, I've never been married, but I've always loved going to weddings because we get to show up and be the guest and watch the beautiful performance. Yep. But usually the people at the fucking wedding are like exhausted. They gotta get pictures and they're like bouncing around. I'm like,
it's exhausting,
right?
Yeah, you're almost like on a high,
right?
And you don't even remember who you talk to because you have to talk to literally everybody.
Yeah, and then you're bouncing around getting all these photos. Okay, I'm like, if I ever get married one day, it's not going to be bouncing. The photographer would be walking around getting candid, beautiful shots, and it's the bride and groom enjoying and celebrating their love together on a beach or on wherever this may be, and enjoying the present moment because.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great to look back on a photo album.
Yeah.
But let's enjoy it now.
But.
Okay. So guys, you'll know when you're in surrender mode and you'll know when you're not, when you're in control mode. So.
Where were we?
Right there.
So the great irony is that attempting to control things actually feels less in control. When I'm micromanaging and obsessing over details, I know I'm in my own way. Yeah, I could definitely resonate with that. Like when I was a nail tech. Still kind of currently am, not really. Anyways.
Yeah, I was like.
Yeah. Okay.
Pass it on. We'll pass it along. Here, throw it over there.
So doing nails, so say in the process of like when I was more or less learning, because it takes 100 sets before you're actually good. Just saying.
Although I do know one person who's next level we will have on the podcast,
Yeah.
Andrea.
Yeah.
Taught herself.
Yes.
And was just instantly incredible.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Because I kind of had to teach myself too, but it was not incredible.
Okay. Well, it was just like, what the hell?
Yeah. Just a natural at it.
Just
good. I love it.
Self-made.
I love it. But in the process of learning, my expectations of being done by a certain time was very important to me because I compared myself to other nail techs. So when the set wasn't going as planned and I'm still fucking filing and I don't want to be filing, I want to be past this point, it's hard to see the light at the end of the tunnel. So in those times, I remember feeling the anxiety, the pressure.
Not good enough.
Not good enough. Now I fucking hate my job. I don't want to do this anymore. I want to quit.
Because you've just already set yourself this high level that you're not obtaining of someone else.
Yes.
Great. Yes. We do this all the time, ladies.
All the time. I had another quick example.
Yeah.
I was doing makeup. I had an artist that was helping me, and I was helping her get back into the makeup industry.
Okay.
And I gave her a really quick, easy, so the way I saw it, I thought it was a quick, easy makeup job. She literally crumbled at the spot and said right in front of me and the client, I can't do this. I can't. I just don't feel comfortable doing this. I can't do it. I'm like, whoa, I'm not going to give her a life lesson talk right now from the client. I ended up having to do it, and I missed my family dinner over it.
Oh my gosh.
That's just the way it goes sometimes. But definitely having that conversation with her.
I could just see Tiffany in the moment just being like,
yeah.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, get the fuck out of my way. I got to do this.
Wow.
But yeah.
Was the client like devastated?
No, because I saved her.
Yeah, you just said, oh, you're going to be just fine.
Like, I got you. I didn't even bat an eye. I didn't even put energy into the disappointment that I had in my girl. And I loved that my girl was honest, but not in front of the client.
That was a straight dick in the box.
Straight dick in the box. But hey, that was a situation I had zero control over.
And you just handled it. There's two ways of you handling that, Tiff. You could have lost it and ruined the whole time for the clients.
Yes.
Or you go, I'll deal with that later.
And to help get through those times, it is breath.
Mm-hmm.
Take a breath.
Totally.
Give yourself some grace, patience, and compassion, and just work through it moment by moment. Because a lot of the times you can't fucking leave. You can't leave.
No. You can't leave.
Can't leave.
There's nothing you can do. There's nothing.
You just gotta keep going.
Oh my god, I love you.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, those are perfect examples.
I have too many examples, guy.
Oh.
I could keep them coming. You want some more? Want some more? No, just kidding. Go ahead, girl.
So, I love you. You are fab.
I try.
Fit, fab, and... What is that? Fun, fit, and fab?
Yeah.
Is that fabletics?
It's like a dick in a box. Dick in a box.
Okay, so... The art of surrender. Go ahead.
Surrender literally means to stop fighting. Stop fighting with yourself. Stop fighting with the universe. And let the natural flow of things happen. Stop resisting and pushing against reality.
Surrender equals complete acceptance of what is. Faith that all is well, even without my input. Beautiful.
It's not about inaction. It's about taking action from that place of surrendered energy. Woo! I like that one.
So do I.
Because, yeah, how much energy is wasted on the things that we're trying to have control over, but yet the energy can just flow with ease when you literally surrender to things and just let them happen.
Let them happen. Take your hands off that steering wheel, like Gabby says, and let the universe guide you, baby.
Did they do that on Fight Club and they like rolled off the side of the road and they end up upside down in the car?
I don't know. You're more of a movie. Fun fact, does everybody know where Tiffany used to work? Tiff, where did you used to work?
I used to work at Blockbuster back in
She
the
was
day.
a blockbuster. She busted those blocks. And I used to come in and see her, and I would get candy and popcorn and pop and pick my favorite movie.
Did.
No, it was just me.
Oh. That was such a fun little thing that us humans used to do. Family days, weekends, you go to the movie store.
Image. Tiffany in her khaki pants with her big ass booty. Popping out, walking down the aisle, and her Blockbuster with her tucky shirt with the belt.
They kept me at that till because I was so personable. They wanted me to deal with every single customer. And I did.
Of course you did.
Yeah. But like, you walk around, you're looking at the movies and dealing with the customers that couldn't get their way. And
what way would they want at a Blockbuster?
Because the movie wasn't in that they wanted.
Oh,
so you have to surrender.
Actually, no. I remember Tiffany would go. This is why they wanted you at the front. Because you'd have to bend down looking through the inbox when people would drop off their DVDs. No. VHS. Oh my God, let me age myself even more. And she would bend down. I remember going to the movie store with freaking Cassius's dad. And
oh my God.
It would be like, oh, make sure to check the inbox because that new release, because it could have been returned.
Can we get that Tiffany girl to go check the box?
Can she go see if the dick's in the box?
Like, it's so wild. People wanted a movie so bad that we had to dig through this inbox full of VHS and hope to find the movie they're looking for at the bottom of the fucking pile.
And that most people would end up renting and falling asleep after they ate their popcorn and their candy.
I'd be like, I want a mandatory review on this shit and I want to know what happened at the end. Okay?
Yeah. Always fell asleep.
You did.
Always. This is the one.
I know, but
how many more? So we're just going to keep it going.
So we're just, okay.
We're just going to keep it going.
Let's just take a quick break then because we got more time.
We don't need to take a quick break. We're just going to keep going because this one's almost done.
Oh, it is? Is that enough?
Oh my God, this is hilarious, guys.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, hang tight.
Save it.
Saving.
Off of airplane mode. Guys, you know what we're doing right now? We're just continuing on because Anchor allows for 1 hour only. So we're going to continue this on. This will still be a 1 episode wonder, though. It won't be a part 2. It will be 1 whole extra long episode.
No. I mean, yes.
Yes. She means yes.
I mean, yes.
So I'm going to read the next little piece because the fun fact had to be dropped in there about Tiffany and Blockbuster. I loved it.
Yeah.
I always loved seeing you when I would come to Blockbuster. It was pretty much like every weekend.
That's so funny because for many, many years after I worked there was a lot of people that met me like later and they're like, I know you from somewhere. They're like, you're the Blockbuster girl. Even like our buddy Norm, you'd be like, I remember you at Blockbuster.
I love how
she
changes her voice. She's like, I remember.
Oh
my God. Don't ever do that again.
Should I sound like Daffy Duck?
Oh my God, sure.
No, actually, I don't know how to do it.
Oh, this is great. Okay, guys, we're continuing on. If letting go of control and surrendering not only feels better, but actually produces better results, then how do we do that? Sometimes it's as easy as noticing that you're in control mode and choosing to let go consciously and deliberately,
shifting into surrender energy. So kind of what it said already.
Mm-hmm. And it's also kind of what I said too. It was just the fact of you noticing in that moment.
Yeah.
So let's do her example.
Okay, for example, when I become aware that I'm in control mode, I imagine that I'm a small boat paddling upstream against the current. It's hard, it's a fight. That's what control mode feels like to me.
When I choose to let go and to surrender, I visualize the boat turning around, dropping the oars, and floating downstream. You might as well grab yourself a little heavy metal detox and sip that shit while you float upstream, not pedaling with your oars, and surrender, bitch, because you're going to enjoy the fucking ride, because where it's taking you is much better than where you thought you were going.
Whoa, wow. Mic drop.
That was a download. Woo!
Shit.
Good one, right? Okay. We're at the boat. And that's
let it go.
Let it go. Let it go. Okay. So this is what she was saying about remembering if you're in the boat and you're in control mode and you're like fighting, you're like trying to get there, you're trying to get what you really want, but is that what you really want? Let go and flow. This is how I'm working out. This is hilarious.
Should we start rapping?
I think so.
Okay, you go.
Nah. Let's not say we did. That was our rap.
I'm gonna save it for later when no one's listening.
Nobody's gonna know. Okay. Okay, so we're in control mode. When I choose to let go, okay, the boat. So we just drop the oars and flow downstream. This one.
I'm being gently pulled. No effort necessary on my part. Simply breathing and saying, "Let go of the oars," is usually enough to get me there.
Sometimes it's a little harder to make the shift from control mode to surrender mode. Here are a few questions that can help, and these are next level. Just saying. Go ahead, baby girl.
What am I afraid will happen if I let go of the control? When you pinpoint the fear, question is validity.
Question its validity. Ask yourself, is it
true? If you're afraid, the night will be ruined if your boyfriend doesn't remember to pick up eggplant. Ew. If you've already reminded him 14 times, question that assumption.
So it's like, question it before. Be like, is this true? Is this going to ruin the rest of my night if he shows up without the salsa or the eggplant?
Yeah.
Or have you already set yourself up for it to be a huge gong show? He hasn't brought it. He's going to come in. The control is out of this world. Like us, men and women, don't even realize a lot of the times how much pressure we're putting on the other person. When it's like, drop the fucking, who cares? Like, the eggplant's not going to ruin the party.
Yeah.
You ruined the party.
Yeah, I said it. Might ruin the party.
Well. Yeah, but the energy for being in control mode versus... It's funny, I'm going to now notice, like, are you in control mode right now? Or are you in surrender mode?
I'm usually in the surrender mode,
yeah.
So I won't be asking you that question very often. But
no, I was actually asking Jay over there.
Jay?
Right behind you.
Fucking, where's Jay?
That's Mike. Remember?
Oh, God.
Mike and Jay are... Remember? There are sound. We have sound. We have our mics. Oh, my God. Don't you remember?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. She just forgot of all of our assistants.
See, we talked about this and my forgetfulness. And do you know why I forget? I'm going to tell you right now. Because I live in the moment, guys.
Exactly.
I don't live in the past. So whatever happened in the past, I'm fucking done. It's over.
It's over.
Yeah, no idea.
Except Lisa, I'm sure, could ring up some past shit in the moments. But only when you're in the moment. Okay.
Only when I'm in the moment.
Okay, so back to our eggplant man. Can you really know the night would be ruined without the eggplant? And if it would be ruined, by your definition anyway, what's so bad about it?
Is
it gonna matter in a year?
No, but what ends up happening is, so the anger of the eggplant not coming.
I love how we're talking about eggplant right now.
And now we're gonna post blame because it didn't go your way. And now you're mad and you're posting blame and you want to feel right about that.
Yes, because you're mad and the eggplant's not here, but you're placing it fully on the husband or wife, and they ruined it now.
Yeah.
They forgot it. And
now
they did bring it
now
to
you can't calm down.
Yeah, and now it's their fault.
And now the night's ruined.
So now you've just handed the fact that you've given another person permission to make you angry. You've placed it and blamed them that you're angry because of them. But I'm telling you right now, you're the one who created the story. You're the director, you're the actor, you're the fucking singer, you're the movie star. You're it all. And you created that entire environment. What if next time honey walks in, forgot the eggplant. You know what, honey? I got an avocado. Let's fucking cut the avocado up. Pour yourselves a glass of something to drink and let's turn up the music and have a good time. Game changer.
Dude, this shit happens all the time.
And then this resentment is in the woman or the man. They're resentful, and sometimes they're not even angry. They're angry inside. It stays dormant. They're resentful of them. And they're like,
and that is actually very toxic because
right.
Those stupid little eggplant scenarios just it validates how you're feeling in that resented moment.
Yes.
So it could be like the cherry on the top
that
can make you fucking explode.
Lose it. And it wasn't even about the eggplant.
Yeah.
And because what happens is we start our week here and then it's like one little moment, one little thing, and then by the time it's here, that eggplant is the cherry and the bomb has exploded.
Yeah.
But
there's eggplant everywhere.
So it's like, why not remove all those layers, deal with each thing, and then not give our power away to anybody else for them to have control over us and go, man, it's just...
That is literally what happened to me last summer. Right? Yeah, I lost control of myself a little bit. I didn't like how I handled the situation. And I knew that there was some deep-rooted shit that I needed to uncover that I was very much unaware of. But I knew it was there because I reacted in a way that I never wanted to ever happen again. Yeah.
So it happened for you.
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
And now I got my power back.
Yeah.
Still working on it. I think it's going to be a forever, job.
For all of us. We all have to work on it.
And that's so okay with me because I would rather rip the Band-Aid off and be in pain for that moment than be in pain for a lifetime.
And then literally walk around avoiding situations and triggers. No, you want to walk forward in life and be like, I can handle anything.
And I think that has a lot to do with surrendering your ego at the door.
Beautiful.
And just letting things happen, let emotions happen, let feelings happen, and then let it go.
Yeah. That's all you got. Why hold on to things? I love it.
I don't know why I did that.
It's okay. Okay, number 2. Find out whose business you're in. This is a big one. Your business is the realm of things that you can directly influence. Are you there? Or are you in someone else's business? When we're trying to control things outside of our own business, it's not going to go well.
It never does. I'm teaching my daughter this right now. She's 11 in grade 6, and they're getting really caught up in each other's drama.
This is like primal age.
It is. And so Dave and I are very much, and I love that she's talking to us about these things. Wonderful. But we are also like, honey, don't give your 2 cents because that might affect your friendships and then relationships around you. So just be supportive of how your friend is feeling and just leave it at that.
Yeah, because when you jump in with them, you're the one who ends up drowning.
Yeah, so we're just kind of coaching her through that kind of stuff right now.
And that's amazing to have that awareness and to have parents that are aware to give them advice, because there's a lot of times that I look back and it's like, man, if only we just knew some of the shit that we know now, right?
Yeah, but then a lot of that stuff happened in like school, and then you think when you're out of school it stops, and it does for a period, because there is a point after you graduate where your cerebral cortex is now fully in function, and you're going, oh my God, I can't believe I let those things run my life. I lost sleep over that shit, and it just doesn't matter anymore. But I'm telling you, I've never seen so much sadness now that I'm awoke, and other people, and people are just still so involved in, if not their own sadness, then other people's sadness.
Right, just in the drama of...
Motherfucker.
It's just to avoid feeling feelings.
Exactly.
That's all it is. It's just
Right.
Just like relationships. You tend to find certain relationships that keep you avoiding your own pain. So you find things that are louder than your own pain. And when something's louder than your own pain, you're going to draw attention to it, and it's going to basically drown out your own sorrow, your own sadness. So crazy, right?
Love it.
So good.
I'm so glad you said that. That's beautiful.
Thanks. Love you. You're on number 3, my favorite number.
Consider this. Would letting go feel like freedom? It almost would. Letting that feeling of freedom guide you toward loosening your grip.
Love it.
A friendly universe. Am I going?
This is a beautiful quote from Einstein. The most important decision we make is whether we believe we live in a friendly or hostile universe. I believe in a friendly universe. And then it says something after which you can read. It's great.
Okay. Being receptive and allowing things to happen is a skill that can be practiced and improved upon, which is like a forever learning. It helps to believe in a friendly universe, one that is supporting you at every turn so that you don't have to worry yourself over the details.
We can always choose to do things the easy way or the hard way. We can muscle through, or we can let go of the oars and let the current carry us downstream. There is a peaceful yet focused energy that accompanies holding the attention of what I want, but not forcing myself to do it. The energy is magic. I'm still a work in progress, but I'm allowing it to become a habit instead of making it a habit. Well then, didn't we talk about how drama and being upset and all these things can be addictive? It is like now a pattern in your life where if you don't got drama going on in your life, you're going to find it somewhere else, and you're going to create drama somewhere 100%. Else, right? And it's all about supporting your belief of, is this a friendly universe or is it not? It's really your universe. You can create a toxic one or you can create a magical one, because what you're going to focus on is going to expand. And if you want to get up each day and look for the magic, or you can get up each day and look for the things that are going to trigger you, keep you unhappy, keep you sad. It's like, I've said this before, if I were to tell Tiffany to go outside and count every purple car she sees, or let's use blue, because blue's a little bit more realistic, she's going to count a lot of blue cars. It's because she's focusing on what she wants to see.
Mm-hmm.
It's the law of attraction. It's for abundance. It's for control or not control. Look for surrender. Look for magic. Look for a friendly universe. Look for positive friends, and you will attract to those. It's really a choice.
It is a choice. So something happened to me yesterday.
Ooh.
That was out of my control.
Well, would you like to share?
Yeah. Because it really gave me the compassion for this person, and it allowed me to reflect, and this is something that I've been working on, is just not taking responsibility for other people's feelings.
Yeah.
So this man swore at me at the grocery store.
Do you know why?
Well, I was a little confused. So basically, we're at Save-On. It's like our main grocery store if you're not from here. And it was like one of the first times I went to Save-On without grabbing 100 things.
Okay. So it was a fast, quick lane?
Yeah, I just had to grab 2 things, and I went into the express lane at this particular Save-On, and I never went in this lane before. And so this lane led you to the express lane, anything under 15 items, or your self-checkout, where you can just check yourself out at the thing, the computer thing.
Computer GED, luckily a had to say it. Okay.
So this younger guy is standing in front of me, and he's on his phone, and his head is down, and I see no real lineup at the express till, and I see 2 spots open at your self-checkout, and I'm confused. I'm not sure which way he's going, but I'm gonna go I was gonna do the express lane, but then I saw there was 2 spots open, and I asked him, I said, "Are you going?" He's like, "Yeah, they're actually wiping it down, and they're gonna call me when it's ready." And I'm like, there's 2 spots. Yeah, I know. Yeah, okay. And he does this, and I'm like, oh, I'm so confused. So I went to stand back behind, and I'm trying to make sense of what's going on, and he looks at me, he's like, "Yeah, because you think I'm fucking standing here doing nothing." And he looks at me as he walks towards his thing, and I'm like, what just happened?
Oh my god.
I was already confused.
Oh my god.
And now I'm even more confused. And then the lady comes up to me, she's like, "Is everything okay?" And I'm like, so that did happen. That man did swear at me. And I'm like, I don't know. I think he's having a bad day.
Oh my god.
It's all I'm not going to take...
So basically there was just 2 lanes open. So I think it just triggered him to basically think
that the world's against him. Right?
Yeah.
Rather than maybe this chick behind me is just confused and I've been here the whole time, but yet I thought
that
something.
He was stupid.
He assumed that I thought something. Yeah. And I think assuming things is also another sign of control. So when you're assuming someone's feeling or thinking a certain way, or you're assuming someone's doing this because of this, just so you know, when you assume something, you're trying to be right and you're trying to take control of that thought pattern of yours. It's most likely wrong. It's actually going to be wrong.
So 100%. Obviously for him in that moment, he just thought he was just waiting for someone to call him to be like, "Hey, come in." Is that what his word?
I don't know. I'm not in his brain. I mean, his reaction and what he said made me think that I thought he wasn't paying attention.
Right.
Or he wasn't doing enough.
That he was supposed to go and he didn't go.
Yeah,
and that's why
you think I'm doing fucking nothing. I don't know. You're standing there looking at your phone. And when I see people standing there looking at their phone, they're not in the present. They're not paying attention to what's happening. I don't even fucking think I didn't even know the guy knew I was even behind him.
Oh, right. So he was just in his other world.
He was in his world, but yet he assumed that I thought he wasn't present. I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah, we don't know what he thought, but we just know that he was triggered.
He was triggered.
Yeah.
Because he assumed that I was thinking a certain way.
About him.
About him.
You were just really wanting to...
You just wanted to buy...
I'm
just a fucking social person. I'll
buy,
ask. If I'm not sure, I'm going to ask.
You just wanted to buy your eggplant. Fuck, so that Dave wouldn't get mad when he got home. Perfect opportunity to throw in the
But that was the point of me telling the story, is the assumption, I think, is a key thing when you're always assuming things. It's like you just want to be right about something so bad that you're willing to tell yourself something that's not true.
Yeah, and just assume that you are something or thought something. Hey.
It's a dig in a box.
Yeah. Good experience and good for you for not having a care back.
You know, though, it did trigger that little...
Yeah.
That
like fire.
That little girl inside of me, and I wanted to yell something at him. I wanted to yell, "Excuse me!
Yeah.
Who do you fucking think you are? I don't know, I just want to buy my shit. Hey, sorry, I didn't want to make you upset." I did want to do that, but I was like,
no, you don't
no, I don't need to do that, because now I'm
engaging.
Well, not only that, I'm giving him my power.
Yes. You're going, here you go, you've just touched my trigger, and I'm going to give it back and touch that energy even more and do the energy exchange. Do you want to share a cord with him? No.
Yeah, hell no.
Do you want to share energy? No.
Hell.
Return to sender.
Yeah,
Energy
exactly.
unattached.
Bye.
Or no, awareness attached.
A worm, yeah.
A worm?
Awareness attached.
Yeah, awareness attached.
Right. Okay.
Shout out to Amy Jonson. She's a doctor, and I'm really grateful to have found some of this information for Tiffany and I to share with all of you guys, because
so good.
It's so good, and we have so much more to talk about on another episode about control and surrender, because this is big shit that happens to us all daily due to other humans walking about their life, and then we bump into each other and we go, oh my gosh, we're not agreeing. We don't see eye to eye. Fucking surrender. Who cares? Move on.
Move on. Worry about you.
Absolutely.
And when you got those negative thoughts, that's kind of lagging in behind, these situations. Just know that's an emotion attached to something that's happening. Doesn't mean that it's actually, I don't know. I just wouldn't put too much action when you're in an emotional state. Mind you, hey, if something happens and you're in the mode where, you're quick on your feet, not like me, where I was kind of like taken back. I'm like, this person, if I was a little bit more, if I had caught on quicker, I probably would have responded faster and made him look like a fucking idiot. But, I created that space for him, and he could reflect.
Yeah, and that's what it's about. Because at the end of the day, I don't think anyone's intention would be to make another person feel a type of way. He's already feeling that way in himself, within himself.
Thank you. Yeah. And that's the thing, it's just really what has happened, and what can happen is we project how we're feeling onto other people, and making them think that it was their fault when it's not. Trying to make other people feel responsible for the way you're feeling. That's just kind of fucking bullshit.
And by you being that bigger person, there was no trigger response back, so then there was no energy exchange, which then allowed that situation to just dissolve.
It did, completely.
Yeah, very good. Love it. Valuable. That was a valuable, these things happen all the flipping time, so it was good to break that one down. Yeah.
And actually, it's so funny. I just feel like lately, I think like COVID, I think people are just kind of at the ends. I know people felt like they were at the end of the ropes before, but I'm really seeing it now. I can see the impatience that people have. People are so impatient, and people are struggling, and I see that in the way that people are reacting.
Yeah.
Like, I was at another stoplight. I don't know. I just don't have negative reactions or like interactions with people very often. And there was this other dude behind me, and I don't know why he felt like he had control of what I was doing, because I'm just focusing on
what you're doing,
what I'm doing at a light. And he's like honking at me because I didn't move forward fast enough.
Right.
But what was happening in my seat, I was trying to understand what was happening in front of me. There was fucking homeless people over here. The light's changing. I'm actually in front of now a driveway. And this guy's now honking at me. And he's going, you fucking idiot, you fucking... I'm like...
He's so out of control.
Like, oh my God.
There's not even...
What is happening in your life to react that way?
I was going to say that.
Relax. Clearly.
Lot.
And he's trying to make me responsible for the way he was feeling by... I could see him in my rear view mirror and he's laughing like, ha ha ha, like, you're a fucking idiot. I'm like,
wow.
I don't understand how anything that I did would have made anybody...
And it's not you, it's them. That's wild.
So that's what I say with, with COVID, what's happening. There's a lot that's out of our control right now, and we just need patience and
to be kind and like
with ourselves, so we can be kind to others.
Yeah, and I feel too like dropping compliments or like saying something nice, which Tiffany's great at this. She's always giving compliments to others, and I love that. And I feel like it's important for us to do that. Like when you think of something and just say it to that person, you could have just made and changed their life. And they will, like, somebody that, I will never forget this. I was at Nature's Fair and I had my really long hair. It was black.
Your
and
black hair?
I remember being like, oh, I was thinking about changing it and going back to my natural and whatever. And this lady walked across the entire parking lot just to come over and compliment on my hair.
Oh.
And like, I will never forget that. So everyone listening, that's something I don't know who this woman is. I will never ever forget that, and how much of an impact that made of my day of being like, oh, thank you so much. Like that made me feel great. So
obviously when you needed it too.
When I needed that.
Aww.
So just know, by you stepping outside of your comfort zone and sharing some love or compassion or a compliment really does change and alter another person's state.
And
so
that'll
keep
be
doing that.
That'll be when you're not in that control mode, where you're kind of in that present mode, you're looking around you.
You got it.
And now you're seeing the colors the way they're supposed to look, and you're smelling the air the way it's supposed to smell, and now you're seeing what other people are up to.
Some
rather
really
than
cute
just,
pants or beautiful hair or a nice looking car or a cute kid, like whatever it may be, and then you use your voice to say something nice instead of something negative, really makes the world go round.
It does. It does.
So you guys share it. And don't be afraid, because you're not going to get rejected by saying something nice to somebody.
Oh God, no.
I'll tell you that.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. I feel like I could just go on and on and on about this one.
I know, I love this.
Yeah.
I love this whole surrender. But I think it's time for a Cardi Poo.
Cardi Poo!
My arm, oh, look at my arm.
It's jacked.
It's jacked. No, it's just hurting from being bent.
It's hurting. It looks a little red.
Yeah, all the blood is like cut off from being... Okay, guys. So, we are... I'm very descriptive. For
you
our
just remind me
listeners.
of like being a teacher.
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
Okay, kids. Also, we would like to say this will be going out after Mother's Day, but happy Mother's Day to all you beautiful mama bears, grandma bears, auntie bears, mamas out there.
Yeah.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
And enjoy every day, because every day is Mother's Day.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Just sad my husband's birthday is on Mother's Day. I don't actually get a Mother's Day.
It's actually Mother's Day?
Yeah.
It's the 9th this year.
Is it this year at the 9th?
It is. Hold on.
On the Sunday?
Oh, let's double check.
Can you double check? His birthday's on the 10th.
It's on the 9th.
Yay!
You get a Mother's Day. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So his is the 10th of May. He's a Taurus.
He is a Taurus.
He's a bull.
He's very stubborn.
Stubborn but soft.
Very loyal. Very loyal.
Okay, here we go, guys. energy.
For the collective, people.
This is all for you. All for you. Oh, I felt it wanted to fly, and then it was like, not this one.
So aggressive. I'm gonna record.
That's what she says every day.
That's
So
what she
aggressive.
said. Whoa, keep going.
It's looking. It's very specific today.
Be aggressive. Be aggressive.
It was.
Be aggressive.
It's close. It's
Be
close.
aggressive.
Okay. What do we need to know? It's very specific.
Give us a collective card. We just need one. One card for the collective.
It's very specific, guys.
Kristen really is. She's in control.
I'm not.
Waiting for it to fly out.
I'm just surrendering and gonna keep.
There's many. Two.
Whoa! What is this trying to say to y'all? No. Wait, postpone, pause, and say no. Interesting.
Computer says no.
Computer says no. Interesting.
Okay.
Card number 2. The Great Gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive Hits and Soul Tribe. And that one came out last time.
Oh.
Yeah. That came out.
It did?
With, I gotta look back.
Yeah.
It came out.
A while ago.
It did come back. Or came out.
So I'm wondering though if this has something to do with because we're reading a little bit of what we wanted to record on another episode.
And it's saying no, wait, postpone. But if anybody's listening, this is what I'm picking up. If there's any decisions or new things that you're going to start to do, this is your opportunity to wait, postpone, pause, and say no. Now is just not the right time. Also, Mercury Retrograde is coming at the end of this month in May. There's a 2-week shadow period before. I want to say it's May 28th. I have to check back. But 2 weeks before, 2 weeks after, it's very important to not make any big decisions, sign contracts, start new projects in that time period, like do anything drastic to your hair, do any big major things, and just wait. It will be over end of June. So it's just an important, because it's Mercury's going backwards, and it's not actually going backwards. It just looks like it's going backwards, but it affects a lot of computer technology. If your phone acts up, things start being weird. Anyway,
it can affect lots of things.
A lot of technologies. And
yeah.
emails.
If you're affected by the moon, then you're gonna feel this one too.
Yeah. And whether you know it or not, we're all affected by all the planets. Like, think about it. We're in a universe and we're just floating around in a planet with multiple planets. It's going to be affecting all of us. So whether you choose to believe it or not, that's okay. That's your choice. But just letting you know what's happening.
Taking it on.
Yeah. So no, wait, postpone, pause, say no. This is your answer. Maybe you have some big decisions.
What about this one?
The Great Gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive Hits and Soul Tribe. You're calling in your soul tribe, baby. Mm-hmm. It's all coming together. Everything that you have been working for is just happening for you.
Right?
Yeah. So if new people pop up, new ideas, a friend drops this great idea onto your plate, take a look at it.
Take a look at it. Observe it.
I was going to say
be patient.
Yeah. Take a look. Observe. Be patient.
All those things.
All the things. So this was fun.
That was fun. That was great. So fast.
This is going to be an extra long one for all you amazing people. We're at
an
hour and 35 minutes.
Right? Yeah. Hour and 33. What? Oh, because it was kind of short a few minutes.
It's okay. Okay, so don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Please follow us on Instagram. Do the things.
Yeah, and I've been saying on our outros, guys, if you like and actually review, and to do both of those at the same time, the only platform that seems to be the ones to be doing that is Apple Podcasts. So if you go there, rate and review, take a snapshot, send it to us. We will take
Post
you out
it.
for your favorite drink.
Yeah, we will. Like me and Tiffany actually will.
Gift card.
And then,
all around.
yeah, and the other thing that you could do is just subscribe and like on our channel and leave us a comment.
Yeah.
We love this stuff.
And share the shit, guys.
Yeah.
Something resonates with you, send it to somebody that you care about.
Yeah.
Be like, guys, these chicks fucking rock.
And this is another little prompt. Tell someone today a compliment that is a stranger. Challenge.
Challenge accepted.
Perfect. Cheers, girl.
Cheers.
Bye, everybody. Love you.